Hello, welcome back to Kira Was a Reactor. This is a channel where I react to metal, punk, prog, grunge, hard rock music. So far, this is what I've covered so far. And today we're going to react to a band from the new wave of British heavy metal, which is SAXON. Apparently they are a band that is appreciated by many, but maybe not so popular and doesn't get recommended off the bat. But after doing some Iron Maiden, some Judas Priest, some Motorhead, whatever else that I've reacted to that's within this new wave, SAXON makes sense. And secondly, they popped up in my Spin the Wheel reactions, and I liked the song I listened to a lot. It was called Heavy Metal Thunder, I believe. Shout out to Class for recommending it to me and putting it on the wheel. And today I'll be listening to some more songs from them, diving a little further, and I definitely will be listening to Motorcycle one. I don't remember the name of it, Motorcycle something, and a couple of other ones as well that I'm gonna pick out. I'm not sure which ones yet, we'll figure it out as we go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. This band was the one that was tied with Van Halen, by the way, from my last video, for the band that my patrons wanted to see me react to next, so here we are. I have a Patreon. Anyone that watches my videos and enjoys can support me, because I don't really get any money from ads because YouTube is very strict when it comes to copyright. You know, all of this is under fair use because I'm reacting to it and I'm commentating on it, but they don't really like that. So thank you to anyone that checks out my Patreon or supports me over there. It's really appreciated, so you can check that out if you would like. And that's it, let's get into it. I'm just going to listen to another song that Klaus recommended because here's the initial reason why I even listened to SAXON in the first place. So I'm going to start by listening to Motorcycle Man. This is off the Wheels of Steel album from 1980. It's the first song on the album. Let's do it, let's listen. I actually hate the sound of motorcycles. I didn't think about that. Okay. Ah! This sort of reminds me of Motorhead. It's so fast. Like a really prominent riff going on. Ba-da-bow, ba-da-bow. Oh, this is nice after Van Halen. The solo actually goes for long. Wow, the drums! I like how the drums lead into every single transition, I guess. Ba-da-bow. Ba-da-bow. This song would benefit from me knowing the lyrics. I can tell that I would like singing along to this song a lot. Wait, I really like this part. Ooh, I love these chords. Guitar over the top as well. Cool, I really liked that instrumental part. I was gonna say, the reason I would like singing along to this is like his delivery is so fun. He changes it up. He goes, ah, a lot. I'm so torn on so many parts. There's so many things that excited me, but then other things I was like, I don't know. Once again, I'm finding this pattern with songs that are metal. Wait, I need to put those they return. I'm picking up this pattern with a lot of metal songs where the second half of the song is much better than the first half, in my opinion. Of course, everything is within my opinion, but I find that I do enjoy the second half of metal songs a lot more when they try and do a few more different things, because essentially the first half of the songs are usually just verse, chorus, and then it leads into like a solo, a bridge, an instrumental, an outro, something that sort of intrigues me a little bit more. I found the same thing with this song as actually I did with Unchained, maybe, where I was vibing the first half because I did really like the riff in the verses. Da 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 da. That was great. The guitar isn't as prominent in the chorus, which leaves it a little forgettable for me. But then when the song goes into the solo, that's when the song picks up for me, because solo is longer than what I got with Van Halen, which excites me. I'm really enjoying guitar solos. It's so strange to say. I never used to be a fan of electric guitar, but now I just find myself wanting it more and more, so I appreciated that. And then like the instrumental break that happened towards the end of the track with like these more somber chords was totally it for me. I wish there was more of that. And there's even a little bit more of like some somber chords right towards the end of the track, which I also liked as well. So there's like things I really liked, things that left me a bit underwhelmed when it comes to that track. I think overall I liked Heavy Metal Thunder a little bit more, which is good that I picked that song for my first Saxon listen, because it really like put me in good stead with this band. When I think of Heavy Metal Thunder, I think of like Heavy Metal Thunder, because I really liked his vocals in that track. And actually when I think about Motorcycle Man, if I learn the lyrics to these songs, I feel like my experience of listening to them will be enhanced further, because singing along with this dude would be so fun. Actually, I want to talk about his vocals, because sometimes I felt like it was a little Bruce-ish. There was like a bit of like in his vocals, which reminds me of Bruce. Is it vibrato or something? Wow. This is what I wish sometimes I was like a musician that reacted to metal music. You know, those musicians that analyze everything. This is my amateur music lover response. It's fine. It's relatable. There's something about this guy's voice that sort of half reminds me of Bruce, but also isn't totally Bruce. It's also a little raspy at points as well. It only means I'm listening to stuff that reminds me of Bruce more and more, which is good for Bruce, because I just need to get used to these types of voices. The second track I'm going to listen to is Wheels of Steel. For 3 reasons. It's on the same album as the song I just listened to, so I can stay within this sort of era. Secondly, it's one of the most popular songs of theirs ever, so I need to get around to it eventually anyways. And thirdly, Klaus also recommended this song, so I feel like it's just a coincidence it's like all come together, and I'm gonna listen to this song right now. Obviously 1980, Saxon, here we go. Wheels of Steel is the title track of the album. Instantly like this riff more. This is just fun. Oh, he sounds a little different in this track. Okay, what's gonna happen? Okay, this reminds me of AC/DC. I'm just like connected everything I listen to, seeing the patterns. Freeway? Highway to Hell? Come on! Yeah, this reminds me of Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll. I wonder what came first. And I mean, it's a good thing. I really like AC/DC. Yeah! I feel like if you don't like this riff, then it's just not gonna happen with this song in you know? The riff is so prominent. Ooh. Yeah, I like how he delivers every line a little differently. This song is much longer, slower than the other song I listened to. Even the guitar solo was a little more low-key and quieter. What's happening for another minute here? Oh, it just comes back in. This riff is so catchy, I can't stop like deading to it. Shaker. Oh my god, I'm sorry, that's probably so annoying. Yeah, I really liked the riff, but like what happens if you don't like that riff? The whole entire track is the riff, plus wheels of steel for like a little bit amount of time and then a solo. And the rest of it is just this one riff that I like, so thank God that I like the riff. So, like I said, it heavily reminds me of AC/DC. Long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. 1975! Okay, that makes a little more sense to me now, because I feel like that was heavily influenced by AC/DC. Now, I may be totally wrong, and it's a huge coincidence that they remind me of each other so much. The elements that are so similar that remind me of each other are essentially like a repetitive style verse, and then the chorus, these long, slow guitar chords. I mean, I just hope that people understand what I mean when I say that I see a similarity between them. You know, it's obviously subjective, not everyone's gonna agree. It's really cool to see the influences of different bands from before now coming out in bands after. So for my final Saxon track, I'm going to read this article that's the 10 best Saxon songs chosen by Biff Byford. I hope I'm saying his name right. But Biff is the Saxon frontman. They're from Yorkshire. That's so cute. Okay, I think I'm going to go backwards in the same album again, and I'm going to listen to 747, because the way Biff describes it, he says, well, it wasn't the first single from the Wheels of Steel album, that was the title track, but it was the one that got us noticed. This was the track that proved we could write a heavy song with a clear melody. It was also one of the first songs to put new wave of British heavy metal on the radio, which was important for us and also for the genre. So I feel like I gotta check it out if it's important to the genre. I like going into a song knowing that it was one of the first NW... God, how am I gonna start saying this shorter? Because it's so long. You can't say British heavy metal, you can't say new wave. You gotta say it's the new wave of British heavy metal. What I'm gonna do is, once I say new wave of British heavy metal once in a video, afterwards, if I say the new wave, that means the new wave of British heavy metal. So, it's important to the new wave. So let's listen to this song as well. Okay. Yeah. I like the layered guitar. I like how I've got two different guitars. Really good as well. They're good at coming up with riffs. Okay. Ooh. This is quite melodic. I see it. Whoa. I like it a lot. Oh! Yeah! I'm down with this. Bow, bow. changes up so much between the verses and the chorus. This is what I'm looking for. Strangers in the night. And the guitar here is just so beautiful. I love how distinct the change up is. Yeah! I'm up, that's it. It works so well because I love both sides of this song so much. Yeah, like I love both sides of the guitar. There's not one part of it that lacks for me. I see actually how this would be influential. Even that guitar solo. That is it. That's it. Okay, let me, ow! That was it for me. That was solid. That's my favorite Saxon song that I've heard so far. I've only heard 4 of them, but that's easily my favorite. So the verses have a very similar vibe actually to a lot of other Saxon tracks out of the every I've heard. It's this guitar solo that's just fun. It's got a good rhythm to it. It's repetitive. It also just sounds good. It's catchy. What changes, what elevates this song to another level is the chorus. It's so different, which already is a plus. I love it when a song changes up, but because the chorus is so different and great, it actually elevates the other part of the song, the verses, and that more normal style Saxon sound up. Because they just complement each other so well. And when you do like a change up in different sounds within a song, well, it actually just makes all of it sound better. Rather than being like, oh, well, this part's really good, but this other part sort of sucks. The problem that I think I had with Wheels of Steel was that it was a little too repetitive, and I don't feel like it changed up enough. And I was sort of just listening to the same thing for 6 minutes. Strange in the Night, it's 1 minute shorter, but honestly, it felt like 3 minutes shorter because I loved it so much and it just flew by. I was loving every single second. I keep calling it 747 or Strangers in the Night. I gotta pick a way to title it. I'm going to call it 747. It's got elements of metal that I really like. That change up and the heavy with the more melodic sound, putting that on the same track. That's one of my favorite things about metal. And apparently this, like, you know, doing well on the radio or whatever happened does make me so happy. Overall, I really liked that song. That was easily my favorite song I have heard by Saxon. Hopefully that gives you guys a little bit more of an idea of the Saxon that I'm looking for. Like, of course, I want to listen to everything that was instrumental to Saxon because they're important, but that's probably going to be the stuff that I'm really digging is 747. I've actually listened to the 4 top songs that Klaus recommended, just by coincidence, even though I sort of went off what was the most popular song of theirs for Wheels of Steel, and then 747, one of Biff's favorites. Klaus, I guess he gets it. He already knows. So there you go. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed 747. And I'll see you next week for a video regarding grunge. I keep saying, like, I reacted to grunge. I'm actually going to react to one grunge song, but it's going to be a few more grunge songs next week. I hope you all have a very nice week and see you later. Bye!